CinemaCon 2024 is near the end, and now it's Disney's turn to show off their future projects, and I think they might have won the week. Let's go and talk about it. And before we go right into it, just a heads up, we do have a recap of the whole week of CinemaCon for each studio. So when you have time, check out the other videos on the channel. So first thing first, Walt Disney Studios showed us the theatrical release schedule. As you can see, we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Kinds of Kindness, Deadpool and Wolverine, A Real Pain, Moana 2, Young Woman and the Sea, Inside Out 2, Alien Romulus, and Mufasa, the Lion King. And those are all the official films that are coming out for 2024. Now let's go ahead and start off with Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige did show up at CinemaCon, and he confirmed multiple projects for 2025. The first one was Thunderbolts, and showing off the new title. And nothing really changed besides the font, and it had an asterisk on it. And this is what he said: "We won't talk about the asterisk until after release." And that's kind of interesting, because I'm wondering why it has to be after the release. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then Anthony Mackie came out and promoted Captain America: Brave New World, and they showed the first clip. Shows Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross wanting to restart the Avengers but disagreeing with Sam Wilson. And you can see right here from Entertainment First Look, their first official photos for Captain America: Brave New World. I don't know what it is, when I say the title Brave New World, I just picture Aladdin lined up with the carpet and singing that song. But back to business, I wonder why Captain America is disagreeing with Thunderbolt Ross about restarting the Avengers. I wonder if the Thunderbolts film has something to do with it. Maybe Dark Avengers on the way? And then Kevin Feige gives us an update to the Fantastic Four, and it will be filmed with IMAX theaters in mind. And that's all they gave us when it comes to the Marvel's first family. Now let's talk about the biggest news when it comes to Marvel Studios, and that's Deadpool and Wolverine. First scene that they showed at CinemaCon was not part of the film, and it was Deadpool and Wolverine walking through a tunnel. Deadpool says, "So I heard Secret Wars is finally going to introduce." A phone rings. Wolverine pushes Deadpool out of the frame and looks straight into the camera. "Hey bub, you're in a movie theater. Turn off your effing phone." He keeps cursing out the audience for their phones going off. Deadpool hops back into frame. Hearing him talk that way made his dick vibrate. He concludes, "Nice fourth wall break. Didn't think you had it in ya." And that's the one thing I cannot wait to watch, is the chemistry with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on the big screen. I want all of it in my face. I want it rough. I want it tough. I gotta stop. I'm getting too much details right there. I gotta calm down. But you know what I mean. The story, yes, I want it to be good, but damn, together, it's just gonna be the best thing ever. Now, there was 9 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine footage that was shown at CinemaCon. Now, I'm not gonna spoil it too much. I'm just gonna read a tweet from Discussing Films and what they showed. And they said that Deadpool and Wolverine footage from CinemaCon includes Wade retired from Deadpool and single, and then it cuts to his birthday party where he speaks with Blind Al. And he says, "Hey, cocaine is the one thing Feige said is off limits." And there's also another tweet from the movie podcast saying there's a part in the movie where Deadpool looks at the camera and says, "Suck it, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland." And there's footage of Thor crying at Deadpool dying in a distant future shown. Deadpool needs to help the TVA save the sacred timeline. And that is it. I am not reading any more Deadpool and Wolverine comments from CinemaCon, because I don't want to ruin it for myself or for you guys. Now, when a trailer comes out, yes, we'll talk about it, break it down. But other than that, that's it. We're done with Deadpool Wolverine, and let's try to hold on till July. Now let's go ahead and go to the Disney side of it, and let's talk about Inside Out 2. This film will be released June 14th, 2024, and it's directed by Kelsey Mann. And Disney was not joking around at CinemaCon, because they showed 35 minutes of Inside Out 2. Now, I'm not gonna break this down at all. That's too much. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone, because again, this is one of the movies that I cannot wait to watch, and I don't want to ruin it for myself or for you guys, but I won't be selfish, and I will talk about one scene they did show at CinemaCon. Now, big shout out to Discussing Films for giving us the details. The Inside Out 2 footage shown at CinemaCon 2024 takes a wild turn when the Emotions discover a new puberty button on their motion console. A team of mind workers come in to install the updated puberty version of the Emotion console, which puts Joy and the gang in disarray. Another element expanded in Inside Out 2 from the original film is getting to see the emotions inside of Riley's friends, who all look like Joy in the gang, but with different voices and hairstyles. We are then introduced to 4 new emotions: anxiety, envy, ennui, embarrassment. The 8 different emotions in Riley's head all interact with each other differently as Riley tries to make the best impression at hockey camp, with her main goal of befriending and intimidating team captain Val Ortiz. making her life a mess. And this is also coming from the Hollywood handle. Inside Out 2 looks beautiful, colorful, emotional, and was surprised by one specific character showing up. The way they introduce the new emotions, it's so good. And like I said before, I don't want to spoil too much of this film. 35 minutes is a lot, but I wanted to at least give you guys a little bit of the details of Inside Out 2. But let me know in the comment section if you're excited for this film. Next, we have Mufasa, The Lion King, and this will be released December 20th, 2024, and it's gonna be directed by Barry Jenkins. And he also said that Mufasa, The Lion King is still deep in post-production, but he described the first look at the teaser, and he says it starts off with a snowy mountain with a pride of lions lying under a bunch of giant icicles. Rafiki narrates this story and describes it as being about a lion who will change everyone's lives. There are plenty of new environments on display, like Africa, swamplands, deep rivers, and even more snow. We see a young Mufasa rise from the rocky desert, and Rafiki describes him as a lion who was born without an ounce of nobility. He will now go on a journey that will see him become the greater leader everyone knows and loves. Now, it was also said that the animation is going to be very similar to Jon Favreau's The Lion King in 2019. Now, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this realistic Lion King. I was hoping to be a little cartoonish. I feel like the expression was never really there when it comes to the animals. The voice acting was amazing, but I'm hoping they change that up for the Lion King Mufasa film. All right, moving on to the next one, you got Alien Romulus, and this will be released August 16, 2024, and it's directed by Fede Alvarez. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Alien franchise because I was a kid when they first came out, and I didn't get into the sci-fi films until way later on when I was an adult. But I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the franchise because the trailer really did catch my attention. Now, they did release 2 clips, but I'm only gonna talk about one because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. We are introduced to Kaylee Spaney's Rain Carradine and her fellow space crew who appear to be exploring a mysterious wrecked spaceship. The majority of their crew is stuck in a flooded room with water up to their knees. What they don't realize is that they are in the middle of an incubation room of sorts with dozens of alien pods holding facehuggers above them. The crew's android, Andy, needs to power down and reboot because of an error. While he's in the middle of rebooting, standing frozen still, the alien pods activate and release the facehuggers into the water. The crew is then all attacked by a herd of facehuggers, some using their tails to drown people and others leaping straight out of nowhere. And like I said before, after watching the trailer and now reading this, it's getting me more excited for this film. And like I said before, I gotta go back and rewatch the old Alien films to kind of catch up to everything. But let me know in the comment section if you are excited for Alien Romulus. Now let's go ahead and talk about one of my favorite franchises, and that's gonna be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And this will be released May 10th, 2024, and it's directed by Wes Ball. Now, this film is set about 100 years later after Caesar's death, and the apes are the ones who rule the world. And it was also said that Walt Disney Studios showed 13 minutes of exclusive footage of this film. And it shows off the beauty of the film's rich world, and they gave us a scene of Noah, who is the newest character of the film, with his squad of fellow ape hunters. And it's also said that the CGI of apes themselves is the cleanest and most realistic that's ever been in this franchise. And they also show a scene of Noah's home tribe being attacked by Proximus Caesar, and they use weapons that were used by humans of the old days with like electric batons. And in the end, all the apes from Noah's home was vanquished. He's left with nothing but the hawk he's bonded with. Noah now sets off on a quest to seek revenge. So it sounds like Disney has another masterpiece with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Let me know if you're excited for this one. And the last movie we're going to talk about is Moana 2, and it's going to be released November 27, 2024, and it's going to be directed by David G. Derrick. Now, to be honest, I was not expecting a Moana 2. I thought they were going to move on to the live action film already, but I guess that might be on hold now that this movie is going to be released this year. Now, Walt Disney Studios ended their CinemaCon 2024 presentation with an entire musical number with Moana 2. We see an older Moana back on her boat with Heihei and Pua. She kicks off a song similar to the opening song, Where You Are, from the first movie. She's singing about returning to her home village of Motunui. Moana's parents join in on the song from the island as they show the audience all the different ways that the island has changed since Moana has been gone. A new male character tells the story of Moana's adventures with Maui from the first movie to a group of small kids. he describes her as the greatest living wayfinder. And my long lost brother, Dwayne Johnson, we had the same bald head, showed up at CinemaCon and showed off his dance moves. And there you go, you beautiful people. That is your Walt Disney Studios panel for CinemaCon 2024. Now that wraps up everything for the week, but let me know in the comment section, what films are you excited for Marvel or from Disney? Let's go ahead and talk it out. Hopefully you enjoyed all the other videos. If you haven't checked them out, check them out on the channel. And before you leave, drop a like, subscribe, have that bell on for more movie content just like this. I will catch you in the next one. You guys take care. Much love. Peace out.